On Capitol Hill, there is growing uncertainty over when Congress will pass a foreign aid and border policy package. During a private meeting yesterday, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell pitched the idea of splitting Ukraine funding from border security reforms. He read a quote from former President Trump from 2018 pointing out how difficult it would be to get Democrats to vote in favor of border security. McConnell has been one of the strongest supporters of sending more military aid to Ukraine. Turning now to that southern border, where the governor of Texas refuses to give in to federal law. Earlier this week, the Supreme Court ruled that federal agents can remove razor wire along the Rio Grande. But the state is still keeping federal border patrol agents away from one of those crossing points. And our Omar Villafranca is there, joining us now with more on this. All right, so this bitter back and forth continues. Since the Supreme Court's ruling earlier this week about removing this razor wire, what has happened at the border? Are National Guard's agents able to get close enough to this razor wire to remove it?
Well, and here's the interesting part, Anne-Marie. This is the razor wire that we're talking about, and it's stretched along this park and on the Rio Grande for miles, as far as the eye can see. The federal government, being the Customs and Border Patrol agents, they're not physically removing this right now and getting away, but they can cut through it if they want to. And the reason why they would want to is that if there's a migrant in distress in the river, it is their job to go out and help one of the migrants and make sure they don't drown in the Rio Grande. But they're not actively cutting down. But what we have seen, our cameras were there when Texas National Guard was actually uncoiling some as if they were going to put more of it up. And this was after the Supreme Court's ruling. So both these sides are fighting. It's quiet behind me right now. Last month, there was thousands of migrants down here. So now the tension that's going on is between the state of Texas and the federal government.
And then what's happening at Shelby Park in Eagle Pass? That area was kind of like, this was the hot spot for this, I guess, disagreement. What's going on there? Who's in charge of Shelby Park?
Well, and we are in a far part of Shelby Park. So behind me here is the actual park, and it's closed off. One of the main parts where there's a boat slip, there's armed National Guard there. There's a gate, also wire, but only DPS and Texas National Guard, who are under the control of Texas Governor Greg Abbott, are allowed to enter. CBP has limited access. And when I mean limited, there's a boat slip there. If they need to go in there to use the boat, they have to go through a gate with DPS and Texas National Guard in order to get in. The federal government does not like that. In fact, one of the top lawyers at DHS sent a letter to a Texas Attorney General, Ken Paxton, and said, we expect to have full access to this park by Friday so they can do their job. We're going to have to wait and see what happens.
So then, legally, how is Governor Abbott defying the federal government's orders? And I wonder with the federal government, I'm kind of like, well, what are you going to do about it? I mean, is there any talk about, I don't know, limiting financial aid or support? I mean, basically what the federal government can do is hold up the purse strings. But I don't know if anyone's even talking on that level at this point.
Well, and you're absolutely right. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has said this is an invasion, and the federal government is not doing its duty in upholding the part of the Constitution which says they have to protect the borders. And Abbott has said if the federal government is not going to do it, then Texas will secure its own borders. When that Supreme Court ruling came out, saying that CBP agents could cut the razor wire to access, and Texas says that razor wire is a deterrent on the border, landowners and a lot of people who we've talked to down here say it's not really a deterrent, and we've seen it. Migrants come and cross over it, or they'll put a wet towel over it.
Wow.
What's interesting is that you even have federal delegation from the state of Texas saying the Supreme Court ruling, and pardon my French, they're saying to hell with the Supreme Court. That's very interesting when you have federal officials saying forget the Supreme Court ruling. How? We don't know.
Right.
We're going to see what happens here if this tension turns into anything or one side gives up and backs down.
Geez, I've never heard anything like that. Omar, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.